There are 7 ways that mothers say that doctors could directly improve how they deliver a prenatal diagnosis. The first one is that doctors should never describe the prenatal screening as a positive or a negative result. A prenatal screen is a test where a mother gets a statistical chance that her fetus has Down syndrome. So the result comes back as a 1 out of 270, a 1 out of 2,000 chance that her fetus has Down syndrome. Some physicians actually don't disclose that number to mothers and instead interpret it for mothers and say, oh, it was a high result, or oh, it was a negative result. And mothers have said, let us interpret for ourselves what that number is so we could decide for ourselves if we want to have a more invasive test done. The second thing is that the results should always be delivered at a predetermined time. Some mothers got the news on the phone when they were in the middle of a grocery store or when they were in the middle of work. And it was a harrowing experience, and of course they're going through all those emotions of fear and shock. But mothers have said if we had a predetermined time, like some mothers did, where they knew on Friday at 2 o'clock, no matter what the results were, they were going to get the call then so that they could have their partner or their support network there so that they could receive the news. That was a better way to receive the news. They also said that sensitive language should be used. Physicians set the tone, and mothers who had children nearly 25 years ago could still remember that first sentence that a doctor said. So doctors really need to think about those first couple of sentences. They also said that they should be provided with up-to-date, reliable, accurate information. No longer pulling the information from the 1960s medical textbook is sufficient. We know that there's a lot of quality literature out there, and physicians need to make sure that they're educated and pass along that up-to-date information to parents. Parents have also said that they really appreciate it when their doctor connects them with a local parent support group. So if they have real questions about real life scenarios, what does this mean for my family? What will this mean for my other children? What impact will this have on my marriage? The doctor might not know that answer, but he'll connect them with a parent support group like the Massachusetts Down Syndrome Congress here in Massachusetts, who can make that connection happen. Mothers have also said that if doctors are delivering the news and they're working within a team, they need to make sure that all team members deliver the same consistent message. So if doctors, neonatologists are working with genetic counselors, are working with obstetricians, mothers notice when there is some splitting or some differing opinions. So to make sure that everyone is really conveying the same information and the same tone is really valuable. And finally, mothers have said that when they get a prenatal diagnosis, doctors need to remember that there are many options once you get a prenatal diagnosis. Those options are to continue the pregnancy, to terminate the pregnancy, or to offer the child up for adoption. And most women said they never heard that third option. And believe it or not, there's actually a waiting list 6 months long of families out there who are looking to adopt a child with Down syndrome. So making sure that the physician armors the patient with all of those options so that the mother can make the best decision for her.